starting any exercise program, always get cleared by a primary care doctor.
Hey there, Jed Coburn is here with the Exercise Physiology Show, where I talk about physiology of the mind, physiology of the body, I'll get it, and physiology of the spirit. Today is episode number 70, holy moly. It's all brought to you by YGT Fitness, and you can find that at jedcoburn.com, where I can save you what we all want more of, is time. So not many of us have time to fit in health and wellness throughout your day. Alright, so today is pretty quick. I just wanted to bring this up in this episode because I think it's gaining momentum within the health and wellness world, the health and fitness world. But it's the difference between integrative health and primary care. And there's just some services that I just don't think that Western medicine or primary care physicians are utilizing. One of them would be myself, right? I'm an exercise physiologist. I think that it's grossly underestimated, the whole physiology field. Doctors, they don't get nearly enough education in exercise and nutrition while they're going to school forever to become a doctor. And that's kind of where integrative health comes in, to partner with primary care physicians. I'm not a doctor and don't aspire to be, and that's what it takes, though, is to partner with physicians and bridge a lot of those gaps. Another one would be a dietitian or a nurse practitioner, okay? Or you could go a nurse practitioner who has an integrative health background, right, or specialty. And between those two, you can find what works for you. More specifically, we can talk like mental health, right? And I'm not talking mental illness because that's its own entity, but I'm talking mental health, okay? Let's go with specifically depression, okay? If you're diagnosed with depression, anxiety, you may want to think about getting like a food sensitivity test or a vitamin deficiency test, right? Or a combination of both. What that can tell you is what your food intake could be. You could be sensitive to gluten. You could be sensitive to yogurt or dairy, right? You could be sensitive to, just a number of things. And you could be deficient in vitamins. Like if you have a vitamin B deficiency, you're probably going to feel like crap, and it's going to mimic the same symptoms as depression, okay? That is proven. So if you take a vitamin B supplement or eat foods with vitamin B in it, you could just start to feel better. And not to say that medication is not needed. Medication is very needed. I have ADHD, and I've found some very natural ways to aid in the process of balancing the chemicals in my brain. But I'm finding also that the Adderall that I take is needed too. It's not as it's not as high because of these natural ways that I'm finding, but the stimulant is still there. So where does that leave you today? So if you're just getting your annual physicals, you're not required, but you should be getting, that's good. But I think that looking into other ways of care, right, like integrative health, it's a big deal. I think that is a more natural way. I didn't do any of this until about 2 years ago. I'm not outside of it. And it has changed my life forever, because it's looking at more of a natural way to help your body versus going to medications. Like, again, and I'm not saying don't take medications, because meds are important. What I'm saying is find a person like a homeopathic doctor, naturopathic doctor, anybody who specializes in mind, body, and spirit. Whoa, right? Yeah, so that's it. Like, that is what you're looking for today in integrative health. There are some doctors that actually specialize in integrative health. Those are awesome. I work at a health and wellness center right now that's what we specialize in. And we have a doctor, it's a DNP, a doctorate of nursing. She's a nurse practitioner, right? She specializes in functional medicine. That's a big deal, because she'll look at a whole body approach instead of just going, you know, here, what medications do you take and what other meds can you be taking? It's, you know, it's the mind, body, spirit. It's what's your sleep look like? What's your relationships look like? Do you have a higher sense of being? Do you have a higher power? What do you eat? When do you eat it? It's awesome, right? And I do that also, right? It just helps to have a team if people do it too. The dietitian, registered dietitian, can really get into some specifics of food sensitivity testing, vitamin deficiency, or even just vitamin mineral deficiency testing, and then knowing exactly what foods to eat for those deficiencies. I have much knowledge of all of that. It just helps to have a team to lean on if you need it. So there it is. Give that a shot. Run around, you know, look in Google, right? Google's a great one for it. Where do you find these? It really, depending on what state you're in, Minnesota here, we have some pretty dang good resources, but you can just go to the Institute of Functional Medicine. I think it's ifm.org, or just search, like Google search Institute of Functional Medicine, and like Dr. Hyman, Dr. Mark Hyman is, I mean, he's pretty much the head, like the man, the spearhead of all of this. Yeah, that website would be a good resource to find anything in your local area. So there it is. Hopefully it helps. Be sure to think about trying natural ways first. If you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn. Like, comment, and share with anybody who you think would need this. It is the oxygen that keeps me doing this. Thank you.